America Election News 2024. DNC and others used false protesters and internet trolls, according to RFK Jr. At an event he spoke at on Saturday at Los Angeles' Union Station, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is accusing the Democratic National Committee and the progressive group MoveOn.org of paying demonstrators to hold derogatory placards. One of the demonstrators shamed me for being against COVID vaccines, the sign read. "Hell no," he said when our employee inquired as to whether he had taken the immunization. To Newsweek, Kennedy spoke. "Big money is going to demonstrators through MoveOn, which is going to the DNC, according to Amaryllis Fox, who is both the campaign manager and the daughter-in-law of John F. Kennedy. They were asked by campaign staffers if they were paid to be there, and the protesters confirmed this to Newsweek. The demonstrators, she claims, failed to recognize Kennedy when presented a photo of him." Joel Payne, a spokesperson for MoveOn, told Newsweek that the organization was not familiar with and did not hire the demonstrators at the RFK Jr. event in response to the claims. The claims, he added, were based on a conspiracy theory. To further his argument that his followers are aiding Trump, Payne claimed that he is unsurprised if demonstrators attend events attended by Kennedy and his vice presidential nominee, Nicole Shanahan. According to what Fox told Newsweek, one of the demonstrators claimed to have taken the money because he is homeless, while the majority of the images of the demonstrators cover their faces. To back up her claim that MoveOn is behind the campaign, Fox provided Newsweek with screenshots of an online help-wanted ad, which she claims was altered after she saw it. An anti-RFK Jr. campaign, she claimed in the original ad, called for in-person organization and bird-dogging to fight third-party threats. According to her, there is zero mention of MoveOn, Kennedy, or bird-dogging in the latest advertisement. On the ad, MoveOn chose not to comment. A Democratic tactic for harassment, underhanded tactics, and trolling is bird-dogging, according to Fox, according to Kennedy, who is running for re-election and could end up hurting President Joe Biden's chances of re-election if he loses more votes to him than to Republican rival Donald Trump. There are also online trolls from Pakistan and Nigeria trying to derail his campaign, according to Newsweek. According to him, comments left by Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris frequently contain posts from those ex-individuals, who all use the same terminology. Newsweek asked the Democratic National Committee for comment on paid demonstrators and internet trolls, which Kennedy says are involved in the campaign to have his name removed from state ballots. The DNC did not reply. The Democratic National Committee accused the Kennedy campaign of a ballot access plan in a complaint they submitted to the Federal Elections Commission in February. This whole thing started when the Democratic National Committee started making accusations that the American Values 2024 Super PAC was collecting signatures in swing states to get Kennedy on the ballot, even though some of these states really require the candidate or his campaign to do it. According to American Values, their attempt to have Kennedy's name on the ballot in 12 states is separate from the Kennedy campaign and does not violate any laws. Kennedy argued that Biden was trying to remove his opponents off the ballot with the $1.1 billion and $3 billion he had raised for his campaign, rather than using the money to elevate his own voice. "I wish I could defeat Trump on an even playing field, but I'm not a fan of his. The present Democratic Party is actively working to prevent people from voting for anybody they want, whether it's Trump, Cornel West, No Labels, or me," Kennedy continued. They wish to continue their strategy of criticizing Vladimir Putin's 88% vote share in this election, despite the fact that he was essentially the sole candidate on the ballot.